Okay. Good morning. I'm so glad to be here. So I am Carol Lucio. I am the regional manager that covers Kentucky. And I'm excited to share some of the new resources we have. For those who may not know much about SADD and what we do, we were founded out of tragedy. Young people losing their lives in impaired driving crashes. That was 43 years ago. We have broadened our scope beyond just the Students Against Driving Drunk. In '97, we became Students Against Destructive Decisions. So it's a much broader umbrella with a heavy focus, of course, in peer prevention work. And it's all about the youth-led peer prevention. We've always been youth-led. We kind of got away from that for a little while because we had all these great youth-led programs that were created, and then it became youth implemented. So I'm thrilled to be sharing with you today some new youth-led opportunities that we have, and I'll get to that in just a moment. So our biggest focus is on mobility safety, because one of the top leading causes of death for teenagers is traffic crashes. So that's why we focus a majority of our time in the mobility safety realm, but substance abuse prevention and personal health and safety, of course, are at the forefront for us as well. So we really want to empower the youth to find things that they are most passionate about, because that's really what leads them to be good youth leaders and peer prevention efforts. So I'm real quick, I'm a data person too, but I kept it at a minimum. So if you're not already familiar with this dashboard, I know Bill is happy to connect you with getting the Kentucky crash data. But this is year-end data through last year. I want you to notice right here in the middle, the alcohol involvement. While we've made great strides and 16% seems like a low number, there really should be no impaired crashes, impaired fatalities ever on our roadways. There's just no excuse for it any longer. So 16% seems like a low number, but it's not. In Kentucky last year, 133 people died on our roadways because of somebody being impaired behind the wheel. That's 133 too many people. I also want you to take notice here that almost 51% of people who died in fatalities in Kentucky were not wearing their seatbelt. It's a 3-second effort that really needs to be focused on. So that's a lot of where we focus, is on seatbelts and impairment. So now I want you to look at the 16 to 20-year-old numbers. 16 to 20-year-olds who died last year in crashes, we had 67 of them total across the state. Almost 27% of them were impaired. Far greater number than the overall number. This is why we focus on this with our youth, with our teens, in our schools, in our high schools, and our colleges. 60% of them are not wearing their seatbelts of the fatal. This is just fatal crashes, fatal only. I'm looking at. By the way, if you're interested in this data, you can actually pull it up by county. And if you serve a multi-county region, you can pull up multiple counties at once or individually. Really love this tool. It's incredible. Ed does an amazing job. It's incredible. So these are the things that we look at. This is part of our evidence-based informed. Why are we focusing on what we're focusing on? Why do we push to the schools what we push? So here, I'm pleased to share with you some of our focus areas. So for example, in the month of March, we will be focusing on drowsy driving, which is a form of impairment. With the time change, there's a big push during National Sleep Awareness Week to look at impairment from drowsiness. So that's a good time. And if you'd like any kind of resources, please feel free to reach out to me. I can connect you with the NHTSA site that has some social posts and other things that you can utilize. I've got some great videos I can give you that are great to use during this time. Our Text Less, Live More campaign, beyond just distracted driving, it's also about disengaging from your devices. Tomorrow, everybody want to take some time and like put your devices aside for an hour or two, or maybe the whole evening. Can you get your teens to do that on a Friday night? I'm not sure you can, but it's worth a try. At the top there on the right, you see prom, please return on Monday. I can't wait to show you these resources created by young people in the state of Missouri, now being shared nationwide. I'm really thrilled about the prom resources that we have for the next couple of months. In April, there are a number of things we focus on. I do want to point out, I don't think we should run away from the fact that 420 is a recognizable day. I think we should be doing prevention efforts around it. So our Shifting Gears, the blunt truth about marijuana and driving, is a great resource to use. And that week leading up to 420, I'd be happy to share training on that with anybody if they'd like to implement it. There's a really great about 4-minute video you could also share in schools or even on social that I'm happy to share with you as well. I know I'm talking really fast because I don't have a ton of time. Okay, May, there's a huge push nationwide around seatbelts. SADD has a program called Rock the Belt. All around, again, this was another one that was youth created in Louisiana. This became kind of our big push, youth implemented, but it's still all youth driven, and we're excited to have students involved in that all year round, but especially in the month of May with a heavy focus on seatbelt use. Okay, so now I get to show you, oh, first I have a video. Uh-oh, but there's not much sound. Hang on. Oh, see, there it is. I'm jumping the gun.
Hey, man. You want to spice things up?
I'll let it play. We can't really hear it, but this is a great little video created by young people, actually, from FCCLA to help focus on prom and impaired driving. Quick little rap video, continue to thrive, don't drink and drive, what a great message. NRSF, the National Road Safety Foundation, has a bunch of fantastic short videos like this. If you're interested in that in your prevention efforts, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll share those links with you. I really love their videos, and I use them when I go into schools, and I share them with our students to share with others. So here are our new prom resources. I am so excited for these incredible students from the state of Missouri who both created these and willingly shared them with the rest of SADD Nation to be able to be rolled out nationwide. So you'll see there are a number of components to this program. On the far left side, they created a postcard that they could use with partners in the community, like the florists, or the hair salons, or the tuxedo rental companies, or those that sell dresses, to give them this card to hand out anytime a student comes in that's going to be going to prom. They can give this to them. So 5 tips for a safe and memorable evening. I love that buckle up, phone down is one of the big focuses on here. Missouri has a great BUPD campaign with the thumbs, buckle up, phone down, and they brought that into this messaging as well for the students. So that's pretty thrilling. A young student postcard. So a postcard design to give to younger students to have them in that blank space, write a message or draw a picture to a high school student saying, I look up to you, I want you to return safely from prom. This is hugely impactful. I can't even give enough credence to this. It's hugely, hugely impactful. The liquor store decal, that's designed to be put on the glass doors at a liquor store, reminding people that if they can't buy it, you shouldn't supply. So great resource that you could get out into the community and talk about the fact that they shouldn't be supplying alcohol for students before or after prom. And then some other things for the students to use in the school. or at prom. So the photo booth props, a centerpiece, some great things that they can utilize. And we have all this available that can be downloaded and printed. It's done in Canva, pretty easy, that we can also help plop a school logo on there as well. So super great tools, including, and I know you can't see it down here, it's pretty tiny, but it's a parent agreement. We suggest having that in place. The parents sit down with the student and tell them what the expectations are, that there shouldn't be a party in the car, including no photos happening in the car while driving, before, during prom. That's fine, none in the car. Very dangerous behavior. So I do have another video here. That one's, I won't press the play on it, but this is, well, I'll press it anyway. Very short. You can see it's a 33-second video, basically saying, buckle up. So she's asking her boyfriend to buckle up, and the dad pops out of the back seat. It's kind of funny. Yeah, buckle up, Todd, or whatever his name is. Yeah. Yeah. So mom and dad popping in the background, kind of fun, humorous. This is from zerofatalities.com. It's a great little simple message in a quick video. So I mentioned Rock the Belt. This is a SADD core program focused on occupant protection. There's a lot of things under the Rock the Belt umbrella, including, now, before keys are put in the ignition, we encourage students to take a seatbelt selfie and post it. And then the keys can go in the ignition. We like for them to be promoting seatbelt usage, even at prom time, of course at prom time. We had an incident up in Ohio about 5 years ago. 4 students in the car, 3 survived the crash, 1 in the back seat did not. The one in the back seat, why did she not survive? She didn't have her seatbelt on. She didn't want to wrinkle her dress. Nothing ruined proms more than blood on your dress. Put your seatbelt on. I do get that graphic with students sometimes, but that's why we share these things. The quick click challenge that you saw the video kind of play there, very fun, engaging way to reinforce seatbelt use. It's a whole lot of fun. We have tons of adults doing it currently in Ohio, and it's spreading like wildfire. Again, this was all youth created by students in Louisiana and is now across the nation all year long. So those are our big focuses. If you want to reach out to me, my contact information is there. I do have a QR code there. I also want to mention that we are looking to hire a part-time person to work with me to help serve the state. That information is on my QR code. That job position description. I'm really looking for somebody that can help me in the western part of the state. So Louisville down to Bowling Green, that kind of area is ideal. So if you know somebody interested in a really cool part-time gig working with a really fun, engaging person, I would love to have some referrals. So that's it for my update for today, and I made sure that I kept myself under my allotted time. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Carol.